Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Small on the right side as the blue Dutch, we have NotProud, JustBetter. Doing spot top left side as the red Chinese, we got McCleves. You ever do dual casts? I have done a little bit of dual casting when it comes to a little bit of Age of Empires 3, but mostly I just stream by myself, cast by myself. It's mostly I don't really reach out to other people. If other people reach out to me, I'll probably consider it. But generally, I don't reach out. Very little do people ever reach out to me. Mostly people submitting replays to me, which I'm perfectly fine with. I always love when people submit replays to me. We got Duber here, spotting all the villagers, clicking up the delicious caribou. I wonder how a caribou tastes.
Commando?
Oh, it tastes somewhat of deer, venison. No deck selected just yet, and no. Oh, we do have deck here. Mongols. That's interesting. We do have TX4, got the Northern Refugees. We do have standard army hit points. Looks like still pretty much standard Chinese. Mongolian Scourge. Maybe it's a bit more emphasis on Mongolian Scourge. I see people have the card, but I don't really see people go for it. Ratchet Shields. Let's see. We've got the Territorial Army Combat. We got the Double Face Armor. On the surface, with me just parsing through everything, looks like that's pretty standard Chinese deck. But the thing is called Mongols. It's just me he's trying to play with a bit more of the Mongol cards. The exports. When it comes to natives and map, we do have a very important native, the goat. They are, of course, the goat. But there are also no other natives map other than the Live a Trade. Oh, sorry about that. I have done a bit of dual casting when it comes to some tournament replays from the House of the Tournament House of the Community of the Trading Post. I'm butchering up that name really hard. But mostly I don't reach out to people for dual casting. So if somebody reaches out to me, I probably would not say no. Though I will have to just make sure they are, of course, a caster themselves, and that sort of thing has somewhat experience. But I simply have not really reached out to anybody. We got a snow leopard here. Snow leopard does get punched in the face repeatedly. Guess their faces are pretty punchable. And they will steal that snow leopard's collection of roots and tubes for food. Almost all the goats have been claimed. You're welcome. It's not a great answer. It's more of me just not reaching out. Of course, the Chinese do have free goat fattening, which does, of course, max out to 5. It's not a great source of fattening due to the fact that it is slower than other livestock pens, but of course is technically a free fattening method. Out of curiosity, since I'm messing around with the new stream chat, do you think the stream chat in game, where you see on the right side, does that seem a bit too intrusive? Does it seem legible? That's something I need to double check as well. Since I'm sort of more or less playing around with it. Porcelain tower being built. If I were to... Right side. Oh, the rumble has not muted. Looks pretty legible. Yeah, that seems pretty legible to me. Still in the, more or less a testing phase with it. Commerce age now complete. Porcelain tower, of course, some research. I wasn't paying attention to what the Dutch gone for. It's got a bit of wood from the age up. And the Dutch deck looks like a bank deck. Got the 2 banks here, as well as the bank wagon. He's going for a shim of wood, so maybe I'm for a bit of a bank boom. Hopefully banks don't go boom. Which, in this case, since he's going for a bit of a bank boom, got the Russian allies, going for Mongolian Scourge, get the Step Riders, get plus 100% damage versus villager could be quite nice and just go for a bit of a raid. We do got a coin shipment. Let's go for a faster castle. All those tasks on the food now. We got now the blockhouse wagon, as well as shipment of step riders there. So he may be eyeing for a bit of raid, not necessarily a Mongolian Scourge raid. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just since it's new, I just want people's feedback. Because you never know how large is large. When you look at a screen, it's like, does that take up too much room? Is that too small? It's just I just don't know. We do now have the market now being explored in the field, as well as a house. He is going for a round of standard armies, which does cost food and coins, so maybe eyeing for that. He has a handful of those on food, so maybe not eyeing for a fast castle or fast fortress. Blah, wrong Age of Empires game. But maybe I'm going for a bit of raid. Keep the Chuka news back home. Let the step riders charge way forward. He will of course have 3 from the deployment, 7 from the shipment, so that's be 10 step riders if I were to ambush his opponent. Got the goats here, being nice and fattened. It'd be very delicious in the future. There's the step riders. Oh, did I miscount? 7. Oh, the deployment was, the banner army was only 2, not 3. A common number of fingers per people, 9. That villager will go down. Actually, will get himself 2 villagers. Nice early aggression. Not really paying close enough attention. Got multiple banks now being put on field. Step riders also have decent torch damage for a cavalry unit, 25. Another villager will go down. He will take some damage. Those lose one of the step riders, but that killing off 3 villagers for a step rider, that's a good trade. Now, the Chinese player has enough resources for an age up. That one does go down. He's going for the Confucian Academy, giving access to Flying Crows. The Flying Crows allow his opponent to eat some crow by not getting a proper defense for the step riders. No. Oh, there's a shipment of pikemen, I think that was. 8 pikemen for a shipment, so that's pretty good. Good amount of torch damage. Step riders pushing their way forward. No Mongolian Scourge. Step riders do also have pretty good Lancer damage as well. So against the Dutch, who has H2 skirmishers, which would be not a good idea to deploy out versus step riders, they will do pretty good work against them. 30 damage, that's the same damage rate as a Hussar, just minus half the health. We do now have a steel trap research for the Dutch. Confucian Academy is almost built. Right now, we've got 24 villagers versus 20. Almost enough resources to age on up. Each bank roughly provides, let's see, right now he is at 0.75, pretty good rate. 3.5 villagers effectively. He does have 4 out of 5, so 3.5 times 4 is 14, I think. So add 14 here, so he's at 34 versus 25, so he's still ahead. The Chinese player's been maintaining good production rate. And now got around Chukonos and, or a Chukono and a good number of arquebus, all light infantry, good against these pikemen. We'll find this envoy there. Envoy is classified as land military, not villager. And it's 10 more step riders for a shipment. He's going for more of the standard armies. Get a nice supplementary Chukunos go along with it. We got some veteran skirmishers here, as mentioned beforehand. Of course, a light infantry unit, so these guys will basically do 4 full Hussar damage to them. And he's not gone for any disciplined step riders as well. So they're quite rowdy, undisciplined. Get another pikeman there. He can perhaps get himself a free explorer. 19 step riders here. These are regular pikemen versus regular step riders. I would assume the pikemen will win since they are classified as heavy, so they don't get any damage multiplier, and they will take a lot of bonus damage in return. But here comes Chukino and Arquebus. He's going to charge with the step riders, and these pikemen will quickly go on down. Very good engagement. Didn't lose a single step rider there. Got some skirmishers here. Skirmishers taking a bit of damage now. Got some militiamen. These forces falling back. A number of housing here. Dutch going for more skirmishers, which is absolutely horrible composition to go right now. Fighting against heavy cavalry, which means they do less damage to these step riders. And he's fighting against light infantry, which means they don't do any bonus damage against them. I very much disagree against the skirmishers. He should just, right now his opponent is, got some Chengdo swordsmen there. The Dutch player probably should just eye hussars, honestly. There's only a handful of Chengdo swordsmen, the halberdier variant. And so, oh, there's some Bosniaks, which or is it Strata? Bosniaks, which are a lancer variant, heavy cavalry mercenary, which is good. But overall, he needs just straight up hussars. They'll engage the step riders on equal footing and be able to be very good against all the light infantry. Step riders pushed by 4. There's nothing here from the really fear. No veteran or disciplined step riders just yet. We got more territorial armies than one field. They will win out. The militiamen do have good DPS. And now to have a round of meteor hammers. More skirmishers straightforward. He will win in this fight, but won't be a great win. So we're going to see a good number of elevated heavy cavalry. This Ironfell do have one AoE and Lancer variants. Decent. The AoE is a little bit hard to gauge sometimes, but it's fine against skirmishers, so they will do just fine against them. And we also got the Discipline Meteor Hammers, which do offer higher damage, as well as 4 range, making them a little bit weird. Which means it will force, as they're hitting an enemy, the enemy will be forced to charge towards them. If they don't, they won't be able to engage, because most of the time the minimum range for many range units is 4, if I remember correctly. Chinese player has quite a bit of food at the moment, has 35 villagers, has not gone for the Western refugees just yet, nor the Northern refugees. Practically the same card, just different ages. Got the Separators not being pursued. The Bosniaks are on the field. They have an excellent charge attack and good base damage. Get promotion as well. Got some routier here. That would be good against all of these heavy cavalry. Of course, he's going to find a good number of light infantry here. Arquebus just need to be gen engagement forward. The Chengdo swordsmen just need to hit those Bosniak mercenaries. Separators engaging the Bosniak mercenary takes one of them out. Two canoes trying to engage those routier. The Bosniaks are all fully vetted. The Shaolin Master does go down. And also all the Chengdo swordsman goes down as well. He's taking time to kill up the Bosniaks. And all the heavy cav goes down for the Chinese player. His volley there takes out one of the routier. 51 damage per strike plus 50% damage there, so they'll get some great hits there on these arquebuses. Probably two-shot them. Almost one-shots them, honestly. A single bottleneck's causing so much issues for him. Does finally take it out. The skirmishers there push way forward of mixed force, including Flying Crow. Do have now more forbidden armies upon the field, but it's more routier. Who knows will be decent against them. No veteran or disciplined Chukanos, nor any disciplined separators. Sorry, I'm opening up a drink. Skirmishers now being employed in the field by the Dutch. Okay, now we got the French or the Chinese players shipping in a Russian fort. I'm not sure if that provides any unique advantages. Don't think it's well falconets. You know, I can't think of what the Russian fort can be built with. What units can be built from inside of it. Can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've seen a Chinese fort. That's not a hill fort. Routier goes on down. Skirmishers getting hit by this various heavy cav there. Guys are falling back there. Wagon now pushes way forward. That is a village. Right now, we've got 45 villagers versus 27. The Dutch player has lost a significant number of villagers. Still has a good number of banks on the field. 5. So add another, what, 17 villagers to that number? So roughly 45 versus 46. So the economy is quite similar. Fort empty to be built there, trying to establish across the fjord. The fort has been cancelled. All hope is lost. They're being redeployed over there, but getting trouble moving around with all the horses and caribou nearby. We also got some elk here. He's ending the relations with the Russians. So there goes the Russo-Sino relations. Oh, Sino. Is that Japanese or Chinese? I'm trying to make a stupid CCP and Soviet Union split joke, but I don't think it's going anywhere. Now we do have the, let's see, disciplined Shuko Nu. We also got some halberdiers pulling the field. That's nice. He's fighting against a good number of heavy cavalry, though he is also fighting against a good number of light infantry units. Disciplined step riders have been researched and now making its way down south. Got some routier here. Routier should generally be fine. Yep, does back on off there. The fort has been built. Fort Kai Hoth, yeah? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Now got a castle being deployed here as well. Maybe it's time for more forbidden armies. He is going for some flamethrowers. That should be pretty fun. The Flamen Warfare is a good weapon, but I still prefer a rifle or a knife. A quote from computers too. Territorial armies being researched. Oh, let's see. Sorry, I just saw your YouTube comments. My window I have for reading comments is a different color now. Now it's white text on a white background. I need to figure out how to change that. So it's hard to see because beforehand it was white text on a blue background. Easy to spot something. Duber, the pet monkey, has gone down. You monster. Harambe 1.5. Guys, push way forward. Got a good number of falconets here. More territorial armies advance way forward. Falconets had a late setup there. Good number of heavy cavalry already on top of it. Flamethrowers push way forward. And there goes all the falconets. Very important to strike there by red. As heavy is backing on off. We got some hussars on field. Very good. Veteran hussars. Routiers push way forward. Flamethrowers do have more health than falconets or Gatling guns, but of course they have less range resist and range. Routier taking some damage there. Flamethrowers are classified as infantry, but neither heavy nor light. Oh, we got some blue guard here. That's interesting. I was not paying attention to that. He's gotten... Oh, wait. There's religious freedom. Oh, yeah, the blue guard's from the Nasu regiment. Not from religious freedom. So you get red lancers from religious freedom. Now bring a shipment of hussars and more falconets. The Chinese players bring in some various stuff. Looks like you can deploy flamethrowers from the fort. And I was going for repelling volley. Let's see. Let's take a better look at that. It's been a while since I've seen this card. Disciplined Chukonoos get plus 1.25 damage versus light cavalry. Okay, so they're far more effective. So does Disciplined Arquebus. Chukonoos get plus 100% damage versus heavy infantry. Same with Arquebus, so you get the counter infantry rifling upgrade, even to an archaic archer. And of course, versus shock infantry for range shock infantry, like light cavalry. So that should be very useful. So now their anti-light cavalry multipliers are even higher than normal light infantry. Falconets putting that fort under siege. Got quite a bit of force here. Flamethrowers pushing forward. Hussars starting to go down. There's a good number of Chengdo swordsmen, but those are quickly going down by those skirmishers. Now with the flamethrowers advancing forward, these guys have really stacked them up. They're going to take massive AoE damage. Falcons here still good numbers. Taking some fear damage. Falcons do help take out those flamethrowers. His force is getting pretty whittled down. Going for another flamethrower. Falconet. No, not Falconet. Flying Crow does go down there. Fort trying to hit the Falconets. Arquebus backing on off. He gains hits on the Routier. It looks like Blue's army is pretty much decimated. Red's was a decent army, but can't advance with all those Falconets in the region, so both sides equally lost, though Red did lose the fort, which is quite important. You now have some more Forbidden armies and Black Flag armies. And well, since last seen that one, Chengdo Swordsmen and Meteor Hammers. You really don't see the Black Flag army all too much. You should see Forbidden armies. Black Flag, definitely interesting army, getting you heavy infantry and heavy cavalry. Meteor Hammers, we'll get those mixed up as well. That is Iron Flails, the AoE one, so Meteor Hammer is the ranged one. Do now the German allies. Now I was going for the northern refugees. I don't know how many villagers he has at the moment. 6 out of 6, so that will give him 7 villagers. No, 8 villagers. Very nice. This other one will also give him 8 villagers. He already has gotten that one. You know? 8 villagers for a card like this in this age is just normal. That's actually not really good card for villagers in age 3. But then again, I don't think China can get many other villager cards. Villager has gone down. The goats have been eaten. What's this one here? Provides increased health and health and armor to Keshiks, Iron Flails, and Meteor Hammers. Nice. And everything to not step riders, Keshiks, Iron Flails, and Meteor Hammers. But this does offer, of course, step riders get bonus damage versus villagers. Iron Flails get bonus damage versus infantry. Keshiks get bonus damage versus light cavalry and hand shock, or heavy cavalry and shock. Does find good number of villagers there. Lose a significant amount of villagers. Chinese players at 85. The Dutch right now is at 35. And thanks to repelling volley, he has extremely effective units against these light cavalry units. Because at most, like for example, they're usually what? Oh, in comparison, you see 2.5. That's standard. U.S. sharpshooters have 3.1. Well, these guys have a staggering 3.5. So these guys are super anti-light cavalry now. Oh no, the light cavalry's 3.75. Thank you for that Polly's YouTube subscription. Welcome to the channel. Great shot there in the territorial armies. Hussars push forward, routier advancing. I really need to have a different notification sound effect for YouTube subscriptions from Twitch followers. As far as backing up off, a little bit split up there. Got some more of these various forces. Hussars going down to the Chengdu swordsman. Got the various heavy cavalry here. More Quang pikemen deploying the field, as well as some disciplined Chuko news. Light cavalry backing on off. Now we've got Falconet and Rook here. See, the Chinese anti-siege unit is the mortar, right? We need to pull out some mortars. Because that is a large number of falconets. Got a good number of hand mortars now being deployed in the field. They're one population. And they also cost food and wood rather than gold and wood. There's hand mortar. They have to deploy on the field to take a look at the multipliers. See, I really don't see the hand mortar all too often. Hussars trying to engage those villagers. Very nice. Now I do have the infantry combat as well as skirmishers, halberdiers, and routier. Do get the volley there. Taking severe damage. Just have times 6 multiplier versus siege. Only managed to get one volley there. Villager does go down there. Multiple villagers. Dutch players have 40 villagers versus 80. Now I do have the double face armor. Let's see, the hit points make sense, but how much is 0.5% armor? Going from 30 to 35, that's decent. When it comes to armor, armor becomes more effective if you have more armor or resistance. Because after all, going from 0% to... Oh, howdy. Going from 0% to 10% is, of course, a 10% reduction, but going from 80% to 90% is a 100... reduces the damage by 50%, effectively. That's one way to look at it. We do now have these forces heading down south. Falconet's taking out that village, no problem. And these units take some pretty big hits there. Hand mortars far away, gets a good hit there. Takes out one of the falconets. We do have one AoE, gonna be very useful against these stacked up falconets. Slowly splashing them down. Good volleys on those falconets. Heavy cavalry charge way forward. Good number of here to intercept, however. Hand mortars get distracted a little bit there. Retargets towards the artillery piece. Let's take them out. Some of the halberdiers charge forward. They quickly got taken out. Too much light infantry here. All the falconets now down. Got a little bit of splash damage will be somewhat useful. Mostly just routier here, which will be hard to counter by these light infantry units. And his various heavy cavalry just running back and forth with the heads cut off. More quaint pikemen and trooper news advance way forward. Pulling back the hand mortars there. Looks like all the routier will go down. Good number of hand mortars still remain. Now here goes around of Hussars. He's out of 80 cavalry. Got some quaint pikemen there. They are disciplined. He can perhaps, he does bring in the sentries as well as the irregulars. I was going to say some sentries could be very useful. sentries are classified as heavy infantry, while irregulars are classified as neither heavy nor light infantry. Got a decent army here. You have a good number of old Han armies been pulling the field. He does have access to the old dynasty reforms in Age 4, of course. And we got a lot of export for the Chinese players, so we can perhaps bring in a lot of import. And I can't remember what the Germans give you. Needle gunners and culverins, right? A culverin too wouldn't be half bad if he fights another round of falconets. We do now have, what's that, Mongolian Scourge? Standard army hit points, very different. So it looks like he's going to transition to old Han army composition. And now his ending relations with the Germans. Good number of rice paddies have been established in the field. The Dutch has got some mills in the field. Looks like all the local fauna on the map has been eaten. They were very delicious. So both players now rely on the secondary economies. No trade post established, and surprise, Red has not gone for trading post back there since he's gone one to the center. More old Han arms being pulled in the field. And now the Chinese player can age on up. That could be nice to have. Dutch. Dutch is somewhat scraping the bottom barrel. He's going for his banks now. Oh yeah, that also increases the villager limit as well. So he was actually a pop cap or a villager cap for a bit of time, perhaps. So now you can pull out more villagers. More falconets being pulled in the field. What relations is he eyeing? He so far has no friends. Age 4 now being researched, going for the Temples of the Heaven, which will ship 3 rice paddy rickshaws. Actually seems quite nice. It allows the Chinese ability to quick rapid healing, so maybe doing that part of the rice paddy shipment. That would effectively give him 120 pre-built wood and rebate. Bringing pikemen in here in good numbers, trying to forward, but getting ripped apart by those falconets. Those always having a bit of trouble. There's a large amount of queen pikemen, but they're getting ripped apart right now. Flying Crow advances way forward. Flying Crow goes on down. And Morris finding a volley there on the falconets. There's the age up, has his transcendence ability, so in between conflicts, you can just hit a button and heal up his force. Falconets are going down. Hussars push forward. Queen pikemen now able to engage some of this heavy cavalry. Does take out another one of the falconets. Now just Orcos and Shuko News now left in the field. All the hand wars do go down. Chinese players have a mass amount of wood and food. Now a whole lot of coin at the moment. Going for the Honored Quang Pikeman Honored Shuko Nu. And the not so honorable hand mortars. Another village will go down. And it's resuming relations with the Russians. A number of hussars there, as well as a number of light infantry in to engage it. So perhaps going for more of his heavy cavalry wouldn't be half bad. Engage hussars with relative equal footing, and then be effective versus the skirmishers. He's bringing a Russian factory. I still have 1900 import to export, or export to import. He has utilized the Transcendence ability there, gained some much needed healing on these forces. Going for Manchu combat. Queen Pikeman, Chengdo Swordsman, Keshiks, and Meteor Hammers get increased attack and hit points, so the melee stuff. And now he's going for more of the Ming armies, giving him access to the Queen Pikeman and Keshiks. Keshiks are the light cavalry unit. Emphasis on light. Honor Queen Pikemen have 3 range and 10 damage, and good multipliers. Forces pretty forward. There's a large number of Queen Pikemen there, plus a good number of skirmishers. And more trying to engage that falconet. That is a large number of falconets. Gets a couple of good shots from the falconets, take out a couple of them. Massive there, another pair of falconets to go down. Queen Pikeman trying to engage way forward. Of course, got some disciplined Keshiks here to engage with. Trying to stop back all the heavy cap. Cannon gone down, and the game's over, I think. I actually have no idea who actually backed out of the game. They both have decent amount of resources. I don't think the Chinese player backed out of the game. I think that was the Dutch player that backed out of the game. That's Aaron Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.